Hello, friends. Like I promised at the beginning of this year, I am going to keep passing by here to give you encouragement. It is March. We've finished 2 months in this year, and my goodness, a lot has been happening. I don't know about you, in your whatever is happening in your docket, in your life, but on this end, life is lifing, and we thank God for the gift of life. A few days ago, I received this huge major blow, a rejection for a very important thing I had applied for. And my goodness, I could not believe it. It was hard because, yeah, like I keep saying that no matter how often you have had rejections, you cannot get used. Every rejection comes so uniquely. When that email came in, it was hard. And I remember not thinking and praying and being like, my goodness, I thought this was going to work. The day after that email arrived, I was going to Mass. Often when I'm going to Mass, I go praying the Rosary and meditating on the mysteries. I love doing it. It helps me go deeper into the life of Jesus and the major events that happened in the life of Jesus. This time, I didn't even know what mysteries to pray, so I decided to pray the joyful mysteries. By the time I got to church, I had reached on the third joyful mystery, which is the birth of Jesus. And I remember pausing on that and thinking about the events around the birth of Jesus. I feel like God purposefully wanted me to meditate on that mystery and in it lied the response for the questions I had been asking him the day before about that rejection. At the birth of Jesus, like Mother Mary, Joseph, they knocked on so many doors in the town of Bethlehem, so many doors, so many inns, looking for a place to give birth. And as you all know the story, there was no place anywhere. There was no place for them. And I remember God telling me, Regina, look, I understand what rejection feels like. I understand it. I went through it. I experienced it firsthand at a very critical moment. I experienced it. And I just felt very understood in that moment, very encouraged and consoled for God to tell me that, to be like, hey, look, I know you are going through this. It's been painful, but I understand it. And that is the thing, that as we walk our journey in this life, there are spaces we are going to think, I need to be in there. There are opportunities we are going to think, yes, that should have been justly mine. But then, because the world operates differently, the systems and the processes operate very differently, they are going to block you from getting in. But also, God told me something very profound and very powerful that I'm going to share with you. He said, it does not matter whether you were born in a manger, your purpose still stands, and nothing can stand in the way of that purpose being fulfilled. After Mother Mary and Joseph had looked and searched for spaces at the inn, and the inns were all closed, God provided a manger. God provided a kraal. And guys, look at Jesus. Look at his life. Look, he is the model when we talk about living life to the full. Most times, some of us fall into this victim circle where we feel like events have not been favorable for us. The environment has not been favorable. If only my parents, if only I studied in this school, if only. Look, it is good to desire that things should have been like that, but then we are not products of that. We are not product. We can't allow those circumstances to define who we are. We can only allow to be defined by who God says we are. I don't know what has happened in your life so far this year in line with the things you wanted to do, the places you wanted to go, the spaces you wanted to be in. Maybe you have experienced various rejections by this time. But this is what God is telling you. It doesn't matter whether you have made it to those spaces or not. What matters is that your purpose still stands, and nothing can stand in the way of that. Look at Jesus. Every time things seem to be against you, every time you seem to be swimming against the tide, every time you feel misunderstood, you feel that people did not really understand your pure intention for what you are looking for what you are pursuing. You feel misjudged. You feel no one sought to understand you. You feel no one thought this was worth giving you a chance. Hey, look at Jesus. It doesn't matter if things are happening in a manger right now. Your purpose still stands, and you are going to keep going. For that reason, just go to God, run to God, fall into his arms. He understands. He understands more than any other person could ever understand. This was the Son of God about to be born. If people knew, they would have put some people out of the rooms at those inns, but no one did. So people sometimes in systems and processes do not really know who you are, that no one will create space for you, but God will create space for you, even if it is at the crow in a manger. Keep going. I just wanted to pass by, encourage you, tell you, hey, you are loved, you are seen, your efforts are seen, and they are being appreciated. You are amazing. Thank you for being here with me. My little Rosary story. Thank you for listening to that as well. Thank you for those who like and share my videos. You're all amazing. I am looking forward to coming back soon. May God bless you, and bye-bye.